Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. This is Ashley if you are new, and this is Creative Chaos. I have a lot of boys. I am a mom of a lot of boys and my house gets crazy chaotic, so I created this channel because I love to be creative, in case you could not just look at my videos and see that. I'm always getting into things, and you can have a crazy chaotic life and still be creative if you do it carefully. So with that being said, I just finished this beauty. I'm in love with her. She's lovely and wonderful, and yes, my hands have ink all over them from her, and my nail polish is chipped all over the place because of her, and she's just wonderful, and I have finished her. So I'm going to share her with you today. Obviously this is mermaid themed. I wanted it to be a little bit more realistic mermaid instead of whimsical mermaid. That's kind of the thing I'm drawn towards. I don't mind like mystical or mythical creatures. I don't mind that. Fairy tales, all of that I love, but I like to give it a little bit of a spin, like a little more of a realistic curve than a whimsical feel. And so that is what I wanted to do with this journal. So as you can see, she's peeking up over here out of the water. If you Google or Pinterest images, a lot of times you can find them for cheap. It'll lead you to the website where you can purchase them, like digitals of them, or sometimes you can, I order prints, but if you order the actual print, it takes longer and they are a little bit more expensive, whereas if you find them in digital form, it can be a lot cheaper. But that's usually how I find mine, or you can just go on Etsy and look for them, or places like that. But if you do Pinterest is really easy because it's pretty good about just taking you straight to the website that they are on, and so you can find all sorts of images on there. Okay, so let's get into this. These are shells that I had for a long time. I bought them at Tuesday morning with the hopes of one day using them, and I have had them for a long time, and I just used them on this. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. I love them. I love her. I think she is so beautiful. If you can see her, I know it's very muted, but she has beautiful red hair. She's peeping up over like a sunset kind of night sky, and the water is dark, but if you can see, it has like a metallic sheen. I did put Mod Podge over this so it could create that like matte kind of photo effect, and also so the cardstock would not be so flimsy. I printed this on really heavy cardstock, and then I put the Mod Podge on top of that, and then I inked with metallic ink over that, so you can kind of see. And this trim here is really beautiful. It's kind of like just kind of like her tail, just giving her some sparkle. And in the background you can't see the fabric, but you will be able to see it on the back when I flip it over. But it is music notes because she's kind of a siren. If you know anything about like Greek mythology or like that kind of old time mermaid kind of siren feel, that's the kind of feel that I wanted for this journal. And then on the spine, it does have like an old world kind of nautical seafarer fabric on it, and then it is a straight stitched signature. There are 3 signatures inside, and I did double stitch the signatures, so the signatures are in there double stitching, because as you can see when I flip her over, she has a gator mouth and she is a very large beauty. So I wanted to make sure that the signatures were extremely durable and that they could withhold more addition. That is also why I created this really long fabric closure, which we'll get into in just a second, but and I'll show you on the inside that it is attached all the way through on the inside. But that's why I created this really large fabric closure, because I wanted it to be able to, like, you can just continue to gator mouth this baby and she'll still attach with the closure. So I left lots of extra fabric on there in case you add things, and there's also a lot of things that you can take out of here to make her close down a little bit, you know, closer together. But you know, I just like them to be big and chunky. That's just the way I like it. She also has a removable tassel. It's held on by this clip here, and it is sewn onto the tassel. And in her tassel, she has lots of different mermaid beads, a lot of eyelash trim, which I'm obsessed with in this journal, as you'll see when I start doing the flip through. And then she has some mermaid tail pieces here that they're like reversible, like you can flip them back and forth, so that's fun to play with. She has this kind as well, so you have two different colors of that. This one's reversible as well. You can just kind of flip them back and forth, which is really cute. And then she has lots of different other kinds of trims and beads and sequins and all kinds of pretty things in this tassel. So I really love the tassel. I think it turned out really well. I really love this gold trim in here, and I just think it's super pretty. So there's that. All right, so let's open her up. So like I said, the ribbon, the fabric closure does go all the way through so that you won't be able to, so that will be nice and sturdy, so you can pull on it, tug on it really well, and it's all good. All right, so inside, oh, I didn't show you the back, so let me go ahead and show you the back. This is the fabric that is in the background on the front, but it is also in the back, and it is just inked with all of these beautiful, I mean, do you see that shimmery metallic ink? All of these beautiful inks that I'm just in love with the greens and the blues and the purples and the silver. I just love it. There's even some gold in there. It's really, really beautiful. All right, now look at her. She's just lovely and ready to go. She does open up extremely well. I did a new technique when I was creating the cover. The cover is really, really thick and sturdy, but I did a new technique when I was creating the cover that I really, really love. And perhaps I'll do a tutorial on that. There's so many tutorials on covers that I just feel like it's so overdone, and I feel like it's redundant for me to do it when there's so many great journal makers out there that do videos like that. But if you guys want to see a cover tutorial, then just let me know, and I will try to remember to film that the next junk journal that I do. But I did do a different technique in which I separated the spine and the inside cover and the outside cover, and I left this strip here so that it would open super well and wide, and I think it just turned out beautifully the way that I did that. All right, so inside, the boys are talking to their great grandmother on video chat, so if they're being really loud and you can hear them, I'm sorry, but they're excited to talk to her, so they video chat with her quite often. It's like my husband's mom. It's his grandmother, but it's like his mom. Okay, so in here is this envelope half, which you can tuck lots of things in here. I do believe I had something tucked in there, and then it must have slipped out, and so I stuck it in a different spot when I was sewing in the pages, and now I didn't return that to its rightful place. Let me just show you with this receipt here, and this little guest check I'll slip in here. So that's like 3 of them together. But anyways, it's this tuck spot here, and it has lots of little jewels on it. It has like a little flower. This reminded me of like Ariel's flower that she had, that she would have like in her hair, or the one that she was he loves me not with. Some coral, just some cutesy things right there. And I just love this cardstock. I mean, can we just talk about how beautiful this is? I don't know if you can see that, but it has like a little sail with a little boy in there. Do you see that vintage boy? I cannot stand it. He is so cute. So there's that. Then we have a little seagull and the other part of that envelope. Some journaling cards in here. I'm going to try to take everything out, but I'm trying to kind of get this done in a timely fashion. But I do want to show the journal well. This is a little tuck spot where the waves kiss my feet. Just a little library card holder, and then this is a tuck spot behind here as well. My throat is so super dry. This is a technique that I used in this journal that I absolutely love. I don't know what I was doing. I was just playing around with this eyelash trim, and I fell in love with it. It just reminds me, oh, I don't even know, like her tangled hair. I don't even know, just like something that a mermaid would have, you know, like how everything in the sea, when it's in the sea for a long time, it gets like encrusted with like sea junk. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm talking about. Like if you have a seashell and it just gets crusted over with all of that stuff. Like that's what it reminds me of, except for it's like a mermaid just blew up all over it. Like just beauty is just on it, and it's just lovely. It just reminds me of something that she would have. And this paper is also inked with really beautiful ink. You'll see the different variations of the inking on all of the different papers that I used. Some of them are more inked than others, but then you have the same thing on this side, and then you have this envelope here with a journaling card. I think I also used this as a pocket as well. You have that, and then it has this is also a side pocket. You have a tuck and a pocket in here. Some tracing paper that has been inked with really pretty metallic inks and blue and green. Here's some more of that inked paper with the every one of these white ink sprayed papers has this on it on both sides in some form or fashion, and I love them. They each have different beads or different color sequins. They're all a little bit different, but they're just so freaking pretty. Like look at that bead, how pretty it is. So glittery, and I love it. Here's some tags in here. Journaling cards. You can never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. I love that quote. It's really pretty. This is just like the sirens calling out to these sailors here, and they're like almost taking the plunge. They're about to be their prey. I think that is so pretty. It is also a pocket. This is just an inked envelope. It has like all kinds of distressing and inking on it with that same beautifulness going on here with all these beads and sequins. It has it on both sides, and then it just has some journaling cards in there. Really pretty. And then this just says dream. Okay, then this is a tuck. This time this is just on the top there with all this. Look at this inking. It just reminds me like of the deep parts of the ocean where it gets really dark. So pretty. I love it. I just love the way this turned out. Like I wish that I had like a huge batch of these papers, but I used them all in this journal. Here's another tracing paper. The other side to that tracing paper, which is inked as well. This is just a pocket with some journaling cards and some writing space in it. I thought of this as being like things that she finds from the wreckage. She finds different pictures and things like that from like shipwreckage, or maybe from the sailors that she calls with her siren song. Pretty mermaid scales, some more journaling cards, some more of that inked paper. I don't know if you can see this on camera, probably not, but this is a shimmer ink spray. This is kind of like a fishnet with the tulle, and then it has those mermaid sequins on there. And then it just has like a large tag, journaling cards, all of that beautiful stuff, and this little pretty bow with the sequins and the jewel in the middle. Here's a old book page pocket that is really inked up, and it has lots of sequins and jewels on it with lots of journaling cards and some writing space, names of the days, English names for the days of the week. I just thought that was cool. There's lots of different stuff everywhere. This is a tuck spot as well. This here is a flip, so it has this really pretty turtle bead. I don't know if you can see that. I love it. I love that bead so much. I used it throughout the journal in a couple of different spaces. Some seahorse trim. This is also a pocket. Has some ladies. Maybe she wishes for legs, like Ariel. And this is also a pocket as well. This is a big tag. Journaling card here. magic. This has some goodies tucked away inside there. This is a big old pocket here. I thought this take on a mermaid was really beautiful. I love the way that she looks like a sea creature with her hair, and then she has a starfish there, she has some starfish there, like, and she has scales going throughout her skin. I just think that's so pretty. I was telling my husband the other day when I was making this journal, I was like, you know, it would be so pretty to have like really beautiful like mermaid scales tattooed like in a random spot. I don't know, like maybe a hip, like a thigh hip tattoo. I don't know, it would just be so pretty. Y'all, I love tattoos, in case y'all didn't know. I just love it. I love them very much. I haven't gotten one in quite some time. I have 6 of them, but I could really think of a lot more that I would get if I spent money on myself. This is some inking here with like some kind of seaweedy, and then there's stitching there. I just left the stitching because I thought that random stitching was just really pretty, and I stitched in some sequins. Here's some more of that. I just love this. Like, I'm obsessed with this so very much. I think it's so beautiful with this eyelash trim and it just going everywhere. It's very mermaidy to me. There's like this little writing envelope. Here's just this image of these mermaids, and they're calling the ship. It says the Sirens calling the ship to crash into the rocks. You're not nice ladies. Here's just a ticket. The Paper Outpost does this and makes tickets, and I made a whole bunch of them when I was watching her video. I made them out of all different kinds of papers. This is an old book page that has been coffee dyed and inked up really good, and then I just made a ticket out of it, but I made lots of different ones. I've actually used them in a couple of journals now, but the Paper Outpost, I will try my hardest to link her down in the description below. I know I remembered to do it in my last journal, but I get a lot of inspiration from her, so I'll definitely try to include all of the ladies that I get inspiration out of in the description box below. I watch their YouTube channels all the time. Anytime that they have a journal, I watch it right away because they do such an amazing job. Here's just a coloring page, and then this is a pocket on the inside of there. Here is the same image from the cover, and this is a top loading pocket. So it loads at the top. Here's a belly band with a guest check and some journaling cards. I thought these were really pretty. There's some writing space on that journaling card. And this one is double-sided. This one, it has just writing space on the back. This is a tuck spot with a little postcard in it and some fishies. There's some cutouts on here. I think that's so pretty too. I really love this punch. I love using that on any journal I possibly can because it's so pretty. This is just some seashells here and a bird, and I left it on this inked paper. I really liked the way this ink turned out. I don't know if you can see all of the dimensions there, but it's really pretty. Here's some more of that coffee dyed notebook paper with the stamping on it. I love this metallic ink. I think it's so pretty. I just did it kind of all the way around in a border so you could still have plenty of space to write. Here's some more of that inked paper. I really love this, how this ink turned out too. I love stamping, inking, any kind of thing like that, distress sprays, any kind of thing like that on paper because it just all turns out so differently from each other. I just lay them all out on random places and spray the heck out of them with different sprays and just go crazy with it, and then I just love the way it turns out. It's just beautiful, especially if you coffee dye and you ink spray it, and there's just so many variations of what you can come up with. It's really pretty. Any kind of dyeing paper, eco dyeing, spraying, inking, any of that just turns out so differently from one another that it's so pretty. Here's some more tracing paper. It just has a very watery effect because of all the ripples on the paper. You can kind of see this like kind of scaly stamp from the back of this, which I really love that it kind of transferred through, but then it just has this stamp, big ink splotch on it, and then here's this border punch again. And here is that stamp with the little mermaid. Not the little mermaid, but a little mermaid. Here's another little pocket here. I love this image. If I could have used this paper 50,000 times, I think I would have. I did use it quite a few because it's just so pretty. This says dream. I just love the way this metallic shine has on it, and I also love the way these feel too. If you see the way they look and how they're so shiny, they feel like that too. Okay, and Child came in here upset. All right, here's another belly band with some more of that stamping. I really love this stamp. It just looks really pretty to me. Maybe this is a child that she saw on the shore, but it's in this seashell. It's so pretty with the coral all around it. Maybe she's dreaming of a human child of her own. Who knows? Here is just an upward tuck pocket. You can see the little lighthouse on the edging there, but it just has some writing space. Here's another one of those that trim that you can reverse. This one's a little bit harder to reverse, but if you start like from here, you can still reverse it. I just made one pop off from the edge, but anyways, you can make it reverse. I will say that when I cut it, the ones from the edges, like these little shards of it, I was pulling those off and they got like kind of squished into here, so some of those are coming off, but not these actual ones. It's just the ones from the edge that are kind of leftovers that I didn't get off to begin with. I really love this like three-dimensional sticker here. It's this shell with the starfish. It's super pretty. This just says collecting seashells on this envelope, and then it has this pocket with the ships there. It's a little envelope pocket. Oh, I wanted that to be like this. Whew. It has been a long day, you guys, and this has been a long journal. It has taken me many, many hours, but I really love it. Here's a pocket here with the seashell and the crab and the seagull. It's so freaking pretty. And then here is the last signature. So I like to leave a lot of space between my signatures because I like for it to be able to expand, if you can believe expansion. This just has some journaling cards, some tags in there. I really love this paper, so I wanted to make it like a bookmark tag out of it. It just has like this little collaging of images there. Here's an oversized tag with a tag on it as a tuck spot, and then it has that stamping and those jewels underneath. The starfish is really pretty, and that flower again. I really love these flowers. I'm out of them because I just used the last ones in this journal, and I just think they're so pretty. I love the texture of them. Here's another one of those turtle beads in this paper that I love. Here's another belly band with this turtle. I really love sea turtles. I just have a thing for them. I love turtles in general, but this has a brad on it, so this does move around on this tag. I really just love a lot of different things, y'all. I like seahorses too, but I do love this journal, though, I can tell you that. Here's just another one of those receipts on this little scrippy paper. And then it has a journaling tag, and this has 1, 2, 3 pockets on it. There's another one of those pieces of inked paper. The other side of that tracing paper there. Here's another pocket with some journaling cards and another customer receipt in there. This image is really cute. Breathe in the ocean air. Here's another belly band with some bookmark tags, and they're just embellished with some more of these images here. I love the way these feel. I know I said that already. Another one of these inked papers. I could just feel it all day. Like, I just love it so much. When I was making them, I was just like, I'm obsessed with these. And my husband was like, good God, how much are you sewing on there? I was like, a lot, because I love them. This is a tuck spot, and this is another tuck behind there, so you can put multiple things in that. Here's a pocket with some journaling tags, or journaling cards. And this is a pocket as well. She is gorgeous, is she not? Yes, she is. She's also double backed with the cardstock, so she would be an extra sturdy pocket. Here's a clear pocket. I love using these in journals because you can put so much in them and you can just see straight through it, so you can display whatever you want, but I thought this image was really pretty. This flips out so you can put some hidden journaling in here. I left it blank so that you could just write on it. I couldn't cover this up. It was just so pretty. But it does have this like letter in there. And this on the bottom. Some more of that paper. Here's a pocket with some squiggly eyelash trim that I love. I just think eyelash trim is so pretty. And I used to not even know like what to do with it. I used to be like, what is going on here? It has an extra castaway bead on it that has fallen, and I need to get it off. There we go. All right. It has this pretty man. Maybe this is the human man she is in love with. Look at him. He is pretty, isn't he? Look at those eyelashes. He kind of reminds me of Joshua. Those of you who have seen Joshua on this channel or follow House of Johnson's, our family vlog channel, let me know if you think it looks kind of like Joshua too. Especially right now because his beard is so full. I know you guys haven't seen him lately. I need to do an update and another vlog. He has broken his foot and damaged the other foot, so he's been in rough shape, and we have just not been in a state to vlog lately, but I need to give you guys an update video and tell you what happened and kind of give you a good vlogging video. But I love this paper too. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Some more of that watery tracing paper, some more of that inked paper. This is just so pretty to me. I really love the dark splotches. The dark splotchy paper is my favorite. See, like this? Oh my goodness, how pretty is that? So pretty. This is a little booklet that's clipped on here. When I clip things on, I try to leave this paper blank in case you want to put like pictures or anything like that on it, but it just has the seashell, and then it has some blank paper inside, and it's sewn in there. So, plenty of writing space. Here's the 2 pockets with some journaling cards and things in there. Some goodies in there. Another vintage boy sailor. Here's another piece of that paper that I just want to keep for my own. This is one of those that I'm sad to give away, or to sell. Not give away, but sell. And if I feel that way, if I ever grow attached and I feel sad to sell it to someone else, like I know I want obviously to give it to, you know, hand it over for them to enjoy. But if I ever feel like really attached, then I know that I've done my job. Here's a pocket in here. I think this paper is so pretty with this turtle. So cute. And then lastly is her with the, I don't even know if that's picking up on camera, but it's the shadow of a mermaid. So I left her bare so you could see all of her. And it just has this beautiful gold metallic, like, textured trim there. And then here's the inside of the book. I just think it's so gorgeous. I almost put pockets on the back and the front, but I just did not want to because I think it's just so pretty. I wanted to leave those images alone. So there is this journal, you guys. By the time you see this video, it will already be listed on my Etsy shop, so I will leave that link in the description box below. You can go on my Etsy and check that out. But she is a beauty, you guys, and I am absolutely in love with her. So definitely go and check that out. I have more journals coming. I am a journal making machine because I have to refill my shop. It has been emptied out, which is an amazing thing, but that just means that I have to make new lovely things to fill it up again. So definitely go and check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate you guys staying and taking a peek of what I have made, and I hope that you will go on there and check it out. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.